Hey ladies, welcome back to another episode on the Weight Loss for Women 40 Plus podcast. Now today we are talking motivation because one of the most common things that we hear, so we have 270 plus bookings this week. That's clients, that's people finding out about the program, that's people wanting to get into the program. We have got a lot of bookings. It's fucking crazy. And one of the most common things that we hear for people wanting to start the program, and one of the most common problems, is they have low motivation. Now, low motivation, not a fun place to be in. You're like, look, you kind of understand where you want to get to, but how you get there is difficult. How you get off the fucking couch is difficult. You finish the day of work and you want to exercise and you know you should walk and you know you should do 1, 2, 3 things and you don't do it is difficult. I get it. I've been there. I go through periods of that myself. So I understand. But I do understand it's probably the biggest thing. It's like, Josh, I just don't have motivation, or I've got very little motivation, or I try to lose weight and it doesn't work and I get demotivated because I'm not seeing progress. And that's a fact of life. If you are putting in effort into something and you're not seeing progress, you're probably not going to feel very motivated by that. So we generally find the biggest cause of low motivation is lack of results. Because let me ask you this question. If you were eating pretty good, doing a little bit of exercise, you're getting some walking in, your sleep wasn't too bad, and you were losing weight each week, would you feel motivated? Of course, you'd feel very fucking motivated. You're like, I am seeing progress. And Tony Robbins talks about it a lot. He talks about human beings feel good when they're moving forward, when they're making progress. It doesn't have to be a lot of progress. Obviously, the more, the better. But as long as we are moving forward, we are seeing progress. And in life, there is no such thing as stagnation. In life, you are going up or you are going down. You're going forward or you're going backwards. Even if your weight stays the same for the next 10 years, you are now older. And now it is harder to lose weight. So that means you didn't stay the same. Your body aged. Your organs are working a little bit harder. They're a bit more like an engine that's smashed a lot of kilometers. The engine's not as good as it was when it was brand new. And that's fine. That's a fact of life. But if your weight is staying the same, you are not staying the same. It is actually getting harder. It is getting worse. So in life, you are either getting better, moving forward, or getting worse, going backwards. That's how it works. Same thing with absolutely everything. Even if the money in your bank account, if you had $1,000 in your bank account for 10 years, that's not the same. Inflation is going up, meaning that money is now worth less or it doesn't go as far. The average price of fucking bread and milk is more expensive 10 years later, even though you've got the same amount of money in the bank account. So in life, you are either going forward or going backwards. That's how it works. So if you believe you are stagnant and plateaued, that is incorrect. You are probably going backwards if you're not making progress. So I do these podcasts to help you out though, to get you unstuck, unfucked, as they might say, back in Bogan Blaney, where I'm from. So, motivation. We want to get more of it. The easiest way is to start seeing progress. Actually, no, fuck. Hang on, let me take that back. That's not the easiest way. That's the simplest way. The simplest way to get motivation is start seeing progress. You might be like, Josh, I'm fucking stuck and I don't know how to get unstuck. How am I going to see progress? Why is that easy? I get it. As soon as I said it, I realized I said the wrong thing. It's the simplest way. Now, if you're not seeing results and you're feeling pretty shit and you want to see some progress, okay, how can we get that motivation up? I talk about it in many of my podcasts. I don't think I've talked about it for a little while. We've done 140 podcasts or whatever. So it might have been a while ago. I can't remember. Don't hold it to me. Motivation obviously has a internal intrinsic effect, as in if you're making progress, you feel good. When you feel good, you're more motivated. Okay, so we have that side of things. Now we have more the physical side of motivation. So the physical side of motivation is generally linked to your energy. So whenever I hear someone say they got low motivation, I generally find they don't have a lot of energy as well. Because if you had tons of energy, you'd probably feel a little bit more motivated. So how do we get more energy? I'm glad you asked. Let's go into it. One of the easiest ways to get more energy is from calories, from food. So if I talk to someone before they become a client and they're inquiring about the program, how to get started, what's the next steps, all that kind of stuff, they generally don't have a lot of energy. And I'll ask them, I'm like, okay, how do you sleep? Well, Josh, I actually don't sleep very good. Ah, do you think that might be part of the problem? I don't know. Is it? I'm like, yeah, it is. Because if you don't sleep that well, imagine this. You've had the world's best night's sleep. Comfy pillow, it's the right temperature, you didn't wake up, you didn't need to go to the toilet, your head hit the pillow, within 5 minutes you're asleep, you wake up just before your alarm and you're like, fuck, that felt good. Do you have more or less energy? You have more energy because the body is well rested. When the body is tired and overstressed, high cortisol, these kind of things, it's hard to feel rested and it's hard to have high energy. You can't feel tired and have high energy. Like, it doesn't work like that. When you feel rested, you usually have pretty good energy. So that's the first thing I'll always look at with someone. I'm like, okay, you're low motivated, low energy, and they're sleeping like shithouse. They're getting up to go to the toilet, they're a light sleeper, their partner's snoring, whatever, multiple things. So let's look at the sleep first. So if you can get a good night's sleep, you're probably going to have more energy. Boom. All right, that's how you solve the problem the day before. So if I want more energy tomorrow, I'm going to have a good sleep tonight. That's what I'm aiming for. Second thing is the body runs not on energy, not on electricity, not on fuel. The body's energy source is what we call calories. Calories come from food, they come from drink as well. So if we want more energy, we don't need caffeine, we want calories. Most people are stuck in this hamster wheel of, I don't eat breakfast because I'm not hungry. I try to eat a healthy lunch. I have some chicken and some fucking salad or tuna and salad, some dog shit fucking lunch that has no calories in it. And then they're tired in the afternoon. I've got no energy to work out. I've got no energy to walk. I've got no energy to clean the house. I've got no energy for my kids. My kids want to go to the park and I want to sit on the fucking couch. Tomorrow, kids, next week, next year, never gets done. Yay, kids aren't happy. So how do we fix that problem? Very simple. Energy comes from food. Food you eat. If you're fasting, you're not eating, you have low energy. Very simple. If you're skipping meals, you're not eating, you're not getting calories, low energy. Very simple. And how you know if you are definitely not eating enough food is you get cravings in the afternoon. Cravings are very simple. If you're tired or low on calories, your body's going to be like, hey, listen up here, Josh, you fucker. You haven't been feeding me, so what I'm going to do to fuck you up is I'm going to make sure your cravings go from a 1 to a fucking 50 out of 10, and I'm going to make damn sure you give me some calories. And the easiest calories for me is sugar. So my body is going to crave sugar in the afternoon and night time. Very simple. Like, it actually doesn't really get more complicated than that when it comes to cravings. If you're on your period, different fucking story. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about all the other days of an average day in the life of yourself. Cravings are a deficiency of energy or protein. Very simple. Now, just because you feel like you're eating a lot of food doesn't mean you are eating a lot of food. For example, if I have two students, student A studies for 1 hour once a week, and they feel like that's a lot of study for them. Student B studies for 1 hour every single day, and they feel like that's a lot of study for them. If student B did 1 hour per day, they wouldn't feel like they're doing a lot of study. Now, what I'm getting at is just because you feel like it is a lot of something doesn't mean that is the truth. If you have $10,000 in the bank account, that might feel like a lot of money. To a billionaire, that's fucking chump change. So how you feel about something is purely based on your perspective, not based on fact or truth. It's how you feel. It is your current reality and what you agree to be true. Doesn't mean it's the truth. So just because you feel like you're eating a lot of food and then you're hitting sugar cravings in the afternoon, it doesn't mean you're actually eating a lot of food. A lot of our clients are in situations where they're like, I'm so full, I have no appetite, I can't eat this food, and they're, ballsing it up. Well, before they become clients, then they become a client. We make them eat more food, they drop a ton of weight, their energy goes up, they sleep better, and they feel amazing. That's why it's not about what you feel like, it's about what is the truth, what needs to happen. And generally speaking, if you can't see that for yourself, we're going to need a coach. You're going to need someone to point that out. Because if you're in a hamster wheel, low energy, low motivation, shitty results, then we probably need someone to point out some of the things that you may or may not be doing correctly, or you might be doing too much of, or might be doing too little of. I don't know. I'm not talking to you one-on-one. I can't figure that out for you. But if you're like, I need help with that specifically, we run a coaching program to help women on a one-on-one basis get from where they are to where they want to be. Very simple. That's all coaching is. Coaching is just a simple act of getting someone from point A to point B. If I wanted to be a better runner, I would get a running coach. If I wanted to be a better speaker, I would get a speaking coach. If I wanted to lose weight, I would get a weight loss coach. You use coaches to move the needle forward faster and in a better way. Could you figure this out? Well, if you're over the age of 40 right now and you haven't figured it out and you've been going for more than a couple of years, you may or may not be able to figure this out on your own. I don't know. I don't know your skill set. I don't know how long you've been trying to do it. But that's generally the litmus test. If I haven't figured something out for myself within a couple of months, I'm going to hire someone to help me out. I'm not going to spend the next 6 years trying to work out how to fix a fucking problem in my life, because that's a waste of fucking time. I'd rather spend the money, get the result 100 times quicker, and then get on with my life, rather than wasting time, wasting energy, wasting my thoughts on this problem trying to work it out. I don't know how to fix my car, so I see a mechanic. I don't want to learn how to fix my car. I don't care about having the skills to fix my car, so I'm going to see a mechanic. I'm going to spend the money, whatever it costs, so fucking be it. That's the price. If you need help with your weight loss and you've been trying to figure it out for years and you're over the age of 40, maybe it's time to make a change. Maybe it's time to reach out. BlissBodyU on Instagram. Josh Humphries on Instagram. On Facebook even. I'm not on Facebook a lot. Instagram's the easiest way to get me. If you see my ads, click on them. Watch the ad. Hit learn more. Fill out. It's going to ask you a couple of questions. You're going to jump into the DMs, into the messages. Talk to the team. Talk to me. And we'll see if we can help you. If we can't, we'll let you know. If we can, we'll probably book you in for a call. Simple as that. You want to shortcut the process? We've got an application form on the website, www.blissbodyu.com.au. Very simple. Fill out the form, put your phone number on there. We'll send you a text message. We'll book you in. Book you in for a call if we think we can help. Easy peasy. All right, ladies, if you enjoyed the podcast, leave a review. I've got these on YouTube as well. I record them, put them on YouTube. You can see my handsome face up there. If you don't just want to listen, you want to watch along, me just monologuing and going through these. Leave a review, leave a thumbs up. Helps the channel a lot. It spreads the word. All right, let's leave it there. Lots of love, and I'm going to catch you in the next one.